Hey, welcome back to the News at Noon. We got a big topic that we want to talk about here today. It's one that can be difficult, but is crucial. And Boise Police Detective Chris Zimmer, he joins us to talk about child abuse. And we know that April is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and it's a very difficult topic to talk about, but it is very important. And of course, we're going to have these blue pinwheels that you may see across the Treasure Valley. But in terms of talking about prevention and support, what do you think the community should know about child abuse in our area?
Hey there, thank you for having me here.
Yeah,
it's a difficult topic. It's an important topic, though, to increase awareness on. So I'd just like to share about some resources that are available here in the Boise area, as well as some things to look for when it comes to abuse.
Yeah, what do you think people should know? I mean, if there's a child in your life that you think may be going through abuse, and I know it can be delicate, people don't want to pry into personal business, but if you have an inkling, who do you reach out to? Who do you connect with?
You should definitely reach out to law enforcement. That's going to be your most immediate response to intervene if something dangerous is going on for that child. So you certainly want to reach out to law enforcement. They can come out and investigate. In Idaho, it's different than some places. A lot of people think only certain individuals are mandatory reporters, but in Idaho, anyone over the age of 18 is. So we all have that duty, but also with that comes some protection. If you do it in good faith, then you won't get in trouble if it doesn't turn out to be abuse in that case.
And sometimes the signs of abuse, they aren't obvious. What
Correct.
Signs should people look for?
Yeah, it's it's difficult because each individual handles things different. Situations are different. But when it comes down to abuse, and we're talking like sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, neglect. Neglect is the number one killer of children. But so some of those things are a little different for each one, but with neglect, you want to look for like malnourishment, drastic weight changes. In those other cases, unexplained bruising, unexplained injuries, a steep drop-off in academics, but specifically in physical abuse, any bruising or injuries to a child under 4 months, those kids aren't mobile. They're not moving around like a rambunctious 2-year-old. They shouldn't have bruising on their body. So if you see something like that, that's very important to report.
I know that the signs can also be difficult for people to talk about. In terms, though, of people like yourself, I know that I've heard from victims in the past that say, well, I didn't know if anyone out there cared. There's a lot of people, including at Boise Police Department and great resources, that I imagine their phone is always waiting to hear, anyone that needs help.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nobody wants to see a child injured. Me and my coworkers, we have kids in our lives that we love and care for. We care for this community, so we don't want to see a child hurt. So we're here to answer. We'll listen. We'll take those concerns. We'll take those seriously, and then also health and welfare here in the Valley. They will also usually assist and co-investigate those concerns as well.
We got a great list of resources here. I know we do have to go to break quickly, but if there was one piece of advice or one thing that you wish people in the Valley knew about this very serious topic, what would your advice?
Don't be scared to report it. You can do it anonymously. And then also if a child is coming to you with this information, listen to that child, believe them, acknowledge their concerns and their feelings, but don't question them further about it. Leave that up to law enforcement and health and welfare.
Awesome. Okay, well, Detective Chris Zimmer from Boise Police Department, thanks for joining us here on the News at Noon. Of course, we have great resources you can connect with at KTVB.com. You can always call police in an emergency. Well, we got to take a real quick break. KTVB, News at Noon. We'll be right back after this.